Life is a journey filled with experiences that shape us, mold us, and transform us. For many, the journey to finding a deeper connection with spirituality and faith doesn't come easy. Some are raised in religious households, but the true connection to their faith often eludes them until they experience a personal awakening. This journey is often unexpected, yet it leads to a profound transformation of the soul and spirit. In this video, we will explore one such journey and how it resonates with many who have sought to find their spiritual path later in life. For many of us, religion is introduced to us by our families at an early age. Being raised in a Catholic household, we are often taught the tenets of the faith, but many of us merely follow the motions without deep understanding. The same was true for me. I believed in God, but I didn't engage with religion on a personal level. My parents, devout Catholics, instilled in me the importance of faith, but as a child and young adult, I found myself merely going through the motions. Attending Mass, participating in religious rituals, and observing holy days were part of the routine, yet there was no emotional or spiritual connection. Like many others raised in religious homes, I didn't question the faith handed to me, but I didn't embrace it either. I was content to believe in God, yet I didn't explore beyond what I was taught. One of the most significant influences on my early spirituality came from my godmother and her family. Spending time with them exposed me to a different side of Catholicism, one filled with a stronger sense of unity, faith, and strength. Their devotion to their faith and the way they integrated it into every aspect of their lives was inspiring. They had a powerful connection with each other and their religion, and that connection was deeply rooted in family values and a shared commitment to faith. The unity they displayed as a family, combined with their unwavering faith in God, left a lasting impression on me. Their strength came not only from their faith, but from their collective belief in its power to sustain them through life's challenges. Seeing them live their faith so fully made me realize the potential for spirituality to be a source of support, not just an obligation. Life often brings unexpected challenges, and for me, that moment came when my parents separated when I was 13 years old. Suddenly, I was thrust into a world where I had to navigate many of life's challenges alone. The sense of security that came from a unified family had been disrupted, and I found myself searching for answers and meaning. Through my teenage years and into my 20s, I struggled to find direction. I faced difficulties, obstacles, and periods of feeling lost. Like many people, I began to question the purpose of life, my place in the world, and the role of spirituality in my life. It wasn't until I reached my late 20s that I began to seek answers in a more deliberate way. In my late 20s, around the age of 28 or 29, I began exploring different religious beliefs and spiritual practices. I was searching for answers to the many questions I had about life, God, and the universe. My curiosity led me to read about Buddhism and other religions, each offering a unique perspective on life's mysteries. Through reading and learning, I realized that many of the world's religions share common truths. The concept of a higher power, the importance of moral values, and the universal quest for understanding are themes that transcend cultural and linguistic barriers. This realization opened my mind to the idea that God is omnipresent and that the spiritual journey is a deeply personal one that can be expressed in many forms. As I continued to read and reflect, I began to understand that prayer and spiritual connection were not confined to any one tradition or belief system. The stories and teachings I encountered had evolved with different cultures and languages, but at their core, they all pointed to a shared understanding of a higher power and the importance of living a moral and compassionate life. With this newfound understanding, I began to approach prayer differently. No longer was it a formal, structured practice tied to a particular religion. Instead, I saw prayer as a direct connection between myself and my Creator, a conversation that could happen at any time, in any place. I realized that prayer is not about following a set of rules or being in a specific place of worship. It is about the personal connection and the openness of the heart. Whether I was in a church, a temple, or simply alone in my room, I could feel the presence of the divine. This understanding brought me closer to my own spirituality and allowed me to feel more grounded in my faith, no matter where I was. One of the most profound lessons I've learned through my spiritual journey is the power of compassion. As my connection to spirituality deepened, I found myself becoming more empathetic and understanding of others. The compassion I received from those around me, whether through acts of kindness, words of encouragement, or simply a listening ear, helped me through difficult times. This compassion not only helped me in my personal struggles, but also opened my heart to the struggles of others. I came to understand that true spirituality is not just about personal salvation or enlightenment. It is about using that spiritual growth to help others, to offer kindness, and to spread love wherever possible. My journey of spiritual awakening didn't end with a single realization or moment of enlightenment. It is an ongoing process, one that requires continuous reflection, prayer, and openness to learning. There are times when I feel deeply connected to my spirituality, and there are times when I still feel lost. But what has changed is my perspective. I now understand that the journey itself is what matters. Each day offers a new opportunity to grow in faith, to deepen my connection to the divine, and to show compassion to those around me. I no longer feel bound by the confines of any one religious tradition, but rather embrace a spirituality that is fluid, personal, and ever-evolving. For anyone seeking to find their own spiritual path, my advice is simple: keep searching. Don't be afraid to explore different beliefs, question what you've been taught, and seek answers from within. Whether you find comfort in prayer, meditation, or acts of kindness, the most important thing is that your spirituality reflects your true self and brings you closer to a sense of peace and purpose. In the end, the journey to spiritual awakening is unique for each of us. But no matter the path, it is one that leads to greater understanding, compassion, and ultimately, a deeper connection with the divine. Thank you again for watching, and may the peace of Jesus always be with you. Until our next meeting, may God bless you.